Hello. Oh, this is kind of blurry. That's a little better. Okay, I'm hopping on here quick. It's quiet, which makes me a little nervous, but I know the kids are outside with the chickens, so I'm going to just go with it. So, as always, if you're hopping on here live, let me know. Say hi below. If you end up watching the replay, type replay, let me know that too. I titled this Hiring or Healing, and it's a really interesting concept that I got from a colleague of mine and dug a little bit deeper into it, and I think everyone needs to hear this. So I'm going to talk about three things right now, okay? Medications, and I'm talking over-the-counter prescribed medications, okay? So medications is one, herbs is two, and supplements is three, okay? So medications. I think, sorry, tickle in my throat. I think most of us would agree that most medications that we are either prescribed or that we pick up from a pharmacy or a grocery store, we are picking up because of a symptom that we have, right? So if you pick up ibuprofen, you have pain or you have swelling or something like that, okay? So you're treating a symptom with the medication. But one of the biggest things I have focused my time, energy, and attention on is the why. What is it that's causing that pain? What is it that is presenting the inflammation? Where is it actually coming from? And I'll share, just for those that have followed me, you've heard me talk about my story a bit, but it goes deeper, right? So as a kid, I had hormonal imbalances that led to migraines and abnormal periods. As I got older, I had issues with my gut, severe issues. Those were exacerbated by pregnancy. I've always had asthma since I was 5 years old. And then after I had my third child, who is now 4, my asthma got exacerbated really bad. I was hospitalized twice for that. Both times, no one could tell me why. Why was my asthma all of a sudden completely out of control? Migraines came back with a vengeance after my third baby as well. Again, no source of the why. But I was on a ton of medications. So what medications do is we get used to having them and taking them to help with the symptom. But when we stop taking them, the symptom comes back because we never got to the root cause. So medications are going to work themselves into a job, okay? They're going to work themselves into a permanent job in your life because they are only covering a symptom. They're not treating the root cause, okay? So that's number one. Number two is herbs. Well, herbs are different. Herbs come from the earth. They are natural. They have healing properties and have been used for thousands of years to treat ailments and other things. But the difference with herbs is that they are recognizable by your body as something natural. And so as you take herbs, when you first start to take herbs, you may need a higher amount because if your body has been deficient in the nutrient that herb is giving to your body, it's going to need more of it at the onset. But herbs are going to teach your body how to heal naturally because that's what our bodies are designed to do. God designed our bodies to heal, okay? There were thousands of years before pharmaceuticals came around and people were healing, okay? Yes, some pharmaceuticals out there, some medicines are outrageously beneficial, okay? But I think there's an overuse of them personally, okay? So herbs get into your body and they teach your body how to heal. So as you use herbs more, you're going to need less of them and herbs are going to work themselves out of a job, okay? Because you're going to need less and eventually you may not need them at all, okay? That's what herbs do. Now supplements are different, okay? Beginning, I think it was like the 1950s was when the Well, first of all, if we go back to World War II, that's when processed food really became a thing, okay? We started doing canned and boxed and over-processed food, okay? So we've been eating more and more of that as the time has gone on, and it's gotten more processed and worse for us, and more chemicals added and additives and dyes and all of that, okay? None of that is good for your body. None of that is natural, okay? Then we started spraying our plants, our crops, with herbicides and fungicides and pesticides and you name it, side, okay? Ends in side, it's not good, okay? Yes, it'll keep the bugs off of it, but like, for example, our garden that we're growing, that we're building, we have decided to go completely natural with it, organic. Like, we're not using any sprays on it. So even though our beans were beautiful, we had these really cool dragon beans, they were purple and green and they were delicious. But because we didn't spray them, the beetles did get to them. Now, we're novices too, and we need to learn a little bit more. But we did lose a fair amount of crop this season because of bugs. And so we need to look into more natural ways to get rid of them. But we are not going to spray our crops with any of the stuff out there that's like typically recommended. That's just not going to be the path we're going to go because of we know the toxins, okay? So because of those changes, all of that stuff gets into the soil as well, and it changes the nutritional value of our soil. So even though you may be eating clean, right, that clean food probably doesn't have the same nutritional value that it had 60, 70 years ago. And so that's where supplements come in. And so supplements are something you're likely going to always need at some level because of the way that our world is, really, okay? But the important thing is to be getting tested for it and to know what your levels are so that you're supplementing appropriately. When I share with people like that, what they need or what I'm recommending that they start on, or, if they're talking about gut health or energy or anxiety or whatever, I want people to be on the least amount of products as possible, the least amount in your body, okay? I went from taking more than, I think I was at 8, 9, I might have been at 10 medications at one point. It was a lot. I am on 0 meds, but I am on supplements and herbs. And because I am still, think of it this way, if I have had issues with hormones, asthma, gut health, migraines, all of that, okay, more probably, for more than 20 years, I'm not going to fix that in 2 weeks. I'm not even going to fix that in 2 months. It's going to take time, but with time, with regular use, with attention to what I am putting in my body, what you are putting in your body, you are then going to be able to reduce what you are using and probably even take some stuff away and be like, I don't need that anymore. I'm doing well. Maybe I only need to supplement with that at certain times of the year. Okay. For example, vitamin D and K, something that I would highly recommend that as the days get shorter and you're out in the sun less, everybody needs. Everyone needs, and if you're only doing vitamin D, oh, Heather, I love you. If you are only doing vitamin D, okay, and I'm not calling you out by name at all, not at all, no. But if you're only doing vitamin D, you're not actually absorbing enough of it. You need the vitamin K to absorb your vitamin D. So that's a common thing people miss. But so what I am so supplements are something that you're just going to need at some level. It's going to change. The seasons may change what you need, but it's important to be being monitored. Okay. But my question to you, I'm going to end this with, because I hear my kids coming in. Are you hiring? Are you dependent on the medications? And do you know what they're treating? Or are they treating a symptom that you know you have, but you haven't done the work yet to figure out what the cause is? Okay? So are you hiring or are you healing? Are you teaching your body to heal itself in the way that God intended by using plant-based, natural, and you might need a mix of, you might have to gradually come off the medications. I definitely did. I didn't just cold turkey take myself off of 10 medications. Holy moly, no, I don't recommend that in any way whatsoever. But when you start to add the other things in, and you do it in the right way and you work with professionals that know how to help you and monitor and check on you, you can teach your body how to heal, and you can get to the root cause of the symptoms that you're having instead of just treating the symptom itself. So are you hiring or are you healing?